Today we're exploring the charm of turning a simple apartment into a warm, rustic and vintage retreat, using the romantic softness of shabby chic style. As we walk through these ideas, we'll show how an apartment can feel both nostalgic and modern at the same time, blending distressed textures, warm tones, and soft details that define shabby chic decor. Together, we'll discover practical tips that anyone can apply in 2026 to create a beautifully curated home that feels personal, cozy, and timeless. We begin by grounding the apartment in soft, neutral tones that instantly bring in that signature shabby chic look. Whether we choose ivory, warm beige, dusty whites, or aged cream, these colors help soften the room and highlight all rustic and vintage details. This creates a calming base that makes the apartment feel open, airy, and welcoming, setting the stage for distressed wood textures and antique accents that whisper gentle nostalgia. In this next part, we enhance the apartment using rustic wooden elements that pair beautifully with shabby chic softness. A reclaimed wood coffee table, an aged dresser, or open shelving with worn edges can transform the entire mood instantly. We use textures that feel lived in and natural, letting the apartment embrace imperfections as part of its charm while reinforcing the vintage personality that defines shabby chic spaces. Hunting for vintage furniture is one of the most exciting ways to shape a shabby chic apartment. We can choose items like curved-legged chairs, weathered cabinets, or old writing desks that bring character and history into the apartment. These pieces don't need to match perfectly. In fact, slight variations enhance the shabby chic vibe, making the home feel curated, romantic, and authentically unique. A shabby chic apartment is never complete without the softness of layered textiles that make every corner feel inviting. We use lace curtains, cotton throws, washed linens, crocheted blankets, and gentle pastel fabrics to warm the apartment with effortless elegance. These layers add dimension, movement, and comfort that enrich both the rustic and vintage atmosphere within the shabby chic aesthetic. Distressed finishes are essential when transforming an apartment into a shabby chic haven. We introduce chippy paint, lightly sanded edges, and intentionally weathered surfaces to add depth and heritage. These imperfect textures bring soul to the apartment, allowing rustic and vintage themes to meet in a way that feels natural, artistic, and beautifully undone. Lighting sets the mood in any apartment, and for shabby chic style, we choose warm, soft pieces that create a romantic glow. We use vintage-inspired chandeliers, distressed table lamps, candle-style bulbs, and warm diffused light to evoke cozy charm. As the apartment fills with gentle illumination, every rustic detail becomes more welcoming and every shabby chic accent more magical. To deepen the story of the apartment, we add antique details that complement the shabby chic aesthetic. Items like old mirrors, framed botanical prints, enamel pictures, and vintage trinkets bring nostalgia to the apartment's atmosphere. Each piece adds a layer of charm and tells a subtle story, blending effortlessly with rustic textures and soft, shabby chic elegance. Metal accents help balance softness in a shabby chic apartment. We incorporate vintage brass knobs, iron frames, distressed candle holders, or brushed silver trays to give the apartment subtle contrast. These metallic touches maintain the rustic character while elevating the overall shabby chic mood with a gentle, graceful shimmer. Florals are part of the heart of any shabby chic apartment, bringing freshness and romance to the space. We add dried flowers, pastel bouquets, vintage pattern pillows, or floral print fabrics to make the apartment feel lively yet calm. These floral touches keep the rustic and vintage themes balanced while enriching the soft, dreamy vibe of shabby chic decor. A shabby chic apartment thrives on space that feels open and effortless. We arrange furniture with breathing room, letting the apartment stay bright and uncluttered. An airy layout highlights every rustic and vintage detail, allowing shabby chic elements such as reclaimed furniture and delicate fabrics to shine without overwhelming the space. Adding personal art transforms an apartment into a meaningful shabby chic retreat. We can include framed letters, handmade crafts, watercolor pieces, or heirloom decor that add familiarity and emotion to the apartment. These personal stories enhance the shabby chic atmosphere, blending seamlessly with vintage charm and rustic warmth. To make the bedroom the heart of the shabby chic apartment, we bring in soft linens, vintage dresser pieces, and muted color palettes that calm the senses. We mix distressed furniture with delicate fabrics to keep the apartment cohesive and serene. Rustic textures ground the space while shabby chic elements elevate it into a dreamy haven. Even the smallest kitchen can reflect a shabby chic apartment style through subtle touches like mismatched vintage dishes, distressed shelves, or rustic wood trays. As we decorate, we maintain harmony with soft tones and tactile textures that give the apartment a lived-in warmth. This mix ties together the rustic, vintage, and shabby chic personalities beautifully. As we wrap up, we hope these ideas inspire you to transform your apartment into a rustic and vintage shabby chic escape filled with charm and soul. By embracing softness, aged textures, meaningful decor, and cozy lighting, we can create an apartment that feels warm, personal, and timeless. Shabby chic style remains one of the most inviting looks for 2026, proving that beauty often lives in gentle details and imperfect finishes.